As I promised earlier, we're joined by the President and CEO of the Credit Union of New Jersey. Andy Jaeger is here. Andy, welcome.
Welcome, Bill.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us.
Yeah, good to be here.
So I know you've already gotten some questions, and I set this up earlier this morning saying that I've got my own opinion on finances and how I've managed my own personal finances over the years. But it's important to bring in the expert, and I was pointing out that I notice, especially among millennials, that there seems to be a real issue with using credit. It's almost like they're scared to death. I mean, you go back 10 years and there were all these kind of promotions of cutting up the credit card, and it was all, I don't have the discipline to pay it off, so I'm going to only get myself in trouble. What do you say about that?
Well, what we advise our younger members at the Credit Union of New Jersey is, there's good credit and there's bad credit.
Yeah.
And it's always good to have credit available to yourself for uses such as, if you need to rent a car or if you need to rent a hotel, you should have a credit card.
Right.
So you should have a credit card for certain things. But, back to your point, Bill, about the millennials and their fear of credit, we're finding that goes back to what happened back in 08, 09. Mm-hmm. They probably saw their parents go through, the financial crisis, and they saw their parents retrenching, deleveraging. So there seemed to be a different view of credit that happened in this country where people started to say, I got to get out of debt, got to stop using credit for all purposes.
Right. And that's a mistake.
I believe it's a mistake because, there's, again, if you're a millennial, if you're young, at some point you're going to need credit. Unless you can afford to go into a car dealership and pay cash for a car, that's not feasible for most people. Now, and a home.
Now, what about people who I know you had a call or a tweet right from Carla in Linden had a question for you?
Yes. She had her question was, what's the first step or the best thing I can do to start rebuilding my credit?
Yeah.
What we advise our members who maybe they've run into a rough spot with their credit is number one, make sure that you're paying all of your existing credit on time. Stay on time. Pay your bills. Then look to possibly your credit union. Credit Union New Jersey, we actually have a credit rebuilder loan product. You want to get back into a credit product.
Is that something software driven, or that's
no? It's
I can call and say, hey, I'm in trouble. Now, do they call a particular credit union, or they call you guys at the New Jersey Credit Union Association?
Well, our members can call us.
Yeah.
Other credit unions offer this as well.
Okay.
And we'll sit down with the member and we'll see that they've had some credit issues. Say, listen, we can help you. We can help you raise your credit score. Say they're at 600. You want to get it.
What do you want to be at?
Well, really anything above 680 is considered a good credit score.
Okay.
Mortgage lenders.
So how long would it take if you're at 580? How long to move 100 points?
You could do that in 12 months.
See that? Now that's great advice. That's great input. Most people don't realize that. They think they fall below 600, they're done.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that go into your credit score. Utilization. If you have a credit limit, you don't want to be near the max.
Yeah.
So if you keep that, you pay off your credit card every month, that's going to raise your credit score.
What about paying credit cards off with other credit cards that offer better interest rates?
Well, that's a debt consolidation strategy. So if you're looking to get out of debt, which is something we advise, you certainly want to get the lowest interest rate you can, and then start paying that off.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't recommend carrying balances on credit cards. Credit cards really should be used for convenience purposes. Like I said before, if you need to rent a car, rent a hotel, or make a large purchase, and then pay it off.
All right, let's go to Michael in Deal. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Morning, Michael.
Hey guys. Good morning. How are you?
Great. Good morning.
So, I heard this topic on my way to work, and I said, okay, I have to call in because I'm going through a lot of difficulties obtaining a regular credit card with interest limit. Now, I have a full-time job. I graduated from high school. I got lucky, my dad's friend. I make money a little over 50 a year, and now when you go to a credit card, when I went to TD Bank, typical one with a $300 limit. And the only way to get your limit up is by spending money. But I can't spend more than $90 a month because that's more than 30% of my limit. So for me, I mean, the only way to build your credit at a decent pace is not to spend more than 30% of your allowed amount.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, well,
Go ahead, Andy.
yeah. Just no. That's a he's accurate with that. You want to keep your the amount that you carry on your credit card limit. The rule of thumb is keep it below 30%.
Of what? Your maximum
of your
allowed.
maximum limit.
So if you have a $6,000 credit limit, you should not have more than a $2,000 limit balance?
Correct.
Okay.
So that's where you start getting points taken off of your.
How would you guys at Credit Union of New Jersey? How would you address? Here you got a young guy, he's limited with this $90 a month. Like, how would you address that? How would you help him?
Yeah, what we would do, we would at the Credit Union New Jersey, we'd sit down with Mike and we would take a look at where he's working, what his income is, how he's managed credit in the past, and if he's new or younger and is establishing credit. What we like to do is we'll take a look at the overall picture and probably give him a reasonable credit limit. Probably more than what he might.
So,
get.
Michael, why don't you hang on the line? Let's get your information, and we'll pass this along and see if we can get you the help you need.
All right, thanks, guys.
Awesome. Just hang on the line. Chris is going to get your information. So, Andy, that's now you've got Credit Union New Jersey. So, I was just reading quickly in your bio, right? There's 43,000 members.
Correct.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Do you have to be a member of one of the organizations to get in, or can somebody off the street, like Michael? How does he get involved with your credit union?
Right. The at Credit Union New Jersey to join the credit union, we have groups within our charter, but the primarily state of New Jersey employees, and we have most county and municipal employees throughout the state can join. Anyone who lives or works in the township of Ewing. And we have about 300 other companies that have joined our credit union and their employees, usually companies that are too small to form.
Andy, how long have you been doing it?
30 years.
30 years, is that all?
That's it.
Now, as a credit union head, do you if people call you a banker, do you take offense to that? How does that work?
No, I don't get it. I don't take offense to it.
Yeah.
Banking to me is just a it's a verb, but the credit unions. It's a totally different type of institution than a bank.
So as people call in, and we're going to probably get calls throughout the morning, I will direct them to you. I think that you shed some light on some issues that are very important to people, especially young people. They really don't know what they don't know,
right.
and so it like they become hesitant to act. And I think what I gathered from what your comments are, you got to act. Don't be afraid, but you've also got to be responsible.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, Andy. Listen, I got to jump because we've got traffic and weather, but you've listened to Andy Jaeger, who is the head of the New Jersey Credit Union, knowledgeable guy, 30 years in the business. I think you can take his word for it. He knows what he's talking about. Good to see you. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks.
Welcome back anytime.
Yep.
848 on New Jersey 101.5.